shorts for about 3 years. Caveat, you know, I'm not a black belt. I actually just got my purple belt a couple days ago. But yeah, I thought it'd be cool to test out all of my different types of shoes, and sort of pros and cons of how they would work, trying to do different types of moves. So I guess two things really quick. I know these shorts are ugly. Really wanted to wear shorts so you could see my legs and you could see the shoes. And my only other pair of shorts are very short and also white, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of like rolling around on the ground, so that probably wouldn't be a good idea. And also I'm going to be doing a bunch of kicks. I know my kicks are bad. I am working on it. Bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to be starting. So basically the way I have my shoe collection set up, I don't have a lot of shoes. I have formal shoes, like everyday shoes, and like casual, like athletic shoes. And then for each of those I have like a warm weather and a cool weather. And I also have some specialty shoes, which I'll be doing at the very end, which I'm very excited for. So yeah, let's get this started. Okay, so this is the first set of shoes. They are about 1 inch, yeah, maybe 1 to 2 inch wedge heel shoes. Now I have done quite a bit of walking in these shoes. I actually went trick-or-treating them in 1 year. So you can do quite a bit of tromping around in them. Now one thing with these is, let's see, the bottom is not very big. I'm a little wobbly. It's also very windy today. Yeah, it's kind of that weird time of spring where it's like it's hot but it's also cold at the same time. It's also like weirdly sunny. But yeah, because of the Bill talked about this in her video, but with wedge heels, my balance, it's kind of weird. It's like I'm shifted forward but also shifted back, and my feet, it's weird. It's like the balance is like, most of my weight is going on the arch of my foot. It's like in front of my heels, so balancing is kind of weird. They have a very flexible sole because the wedge doesn't actually really start until like here. I wore these shoes. I actually found my favorite pair of socks in them that I had completely forgotten about. So the martial arts that I do are Hapkido and Tangjido, they're kind of Korean-ish, but they're very reactive. So there isn't, a lot of it someone attacks you, and then you redirect their movement, redirect the force. So there isn't really that much I can do by myself. So this is mainly specialized in like weapons-based martial arts, but unfortunately I don't have my practice weapons axe with me right now. They're like 100 miles away. So again, I'm sorry there isn't that much I can show off, but I really wanted to get this filmed now. Okay. So I can kick pretty well. I'm not really having that much trouble. And these are very low heels. If they were more of like a platform wedge kind of thing, I would probably be doing a lot worse, but these aren't that bad. That's on the wet grass. I'm having a lot more trouble getting around. I'm a bit wobbly again. So yeah, if this was any smaller of a heel, I would be sinking right in. Yeah, but so far these really haven't been that bad. In her video, Jill talked about how wedges, because I think specifically it was made after the Wonder Woman movie came out, and she has these like giant metal wedge heels. Talked about how they were really a terrible idea. But these ones actually aren't that bad. But yeah, I'm sinking quite a bit, so I'm a bit more worried. I don't really have any small like pointy heels because they are hard to get around in. already. They're like an inch across and I'm already sinking in. Okay, there was a guy taking pictures and I was kind of freaked out, but I am back. I mean, I can run around in these. I am, yeah, a little wobbly, but it's not that bad. I probably wouldn't choose these, but if we were to get into a fight scene in them, it wouldn't be that bad. Let's see if I can do a roll in them. It's gonna not hit me on mud. Oh! That was not that bad. I am all muddy now, which I expected, but yeah, so far, not too bad. They are like felt, and this ground is very muddy, so my toes are a little damp now, which I don't love. Okay, so I want to my next pair of shoes. Now, getting off the boots was hard, so my feet are very muddy now. So I'm going to try to not take that into account, because having wet feet, I feel like would probably not help things. Yeah, these are my sort of warm weather formal shoes. They are like 3-inch heels. The base is a bit bigger. I feel a lot more grounded. I feel a lot more stable. I'm already, the bottom, even though they're a taller heel, because these are about 3 inches, the base is a lot bigger, and I can already feel that. I feel just a lot more stable. I don't feel as wobbly. When I go on the grass, I'm not sinking in as much. So far, I'd say that the size of the base of the shoe so far is really what matters most. These ones also have ties. I cannot stand shoes that are falling off of my feet. All of my shoes have ties or buckles or a covered top. So, also, yeah, those like really sleek stilettos, hard no. They're gonna fall off your foot. You're gonna trip and break your ankle. So yeah, you wanna have a fat bottom, and you want to be strapped on. So let's do some kicks. Oh, it's my neighbor. Yeah, I mean, with kicks with this, it's kind of hard to get my foot into good shape, because at my school we're taught generally don't hit with your shin, definitely never hit with the top of your foot. You want to either hit pretty much always with either the ball of your foot or your heel, and I feel like that might be a little hard in these. Actually, who needs a victim when you have a pole? Okay, so rotating is a little difficult in these. I'm having trouble spinning. Yeah, spinning is hard. I feel like that's when the height starts to have a bit of a disadvantage. Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah, okay, the inner and outer edge are a little harder, but that might also be because I'm hitting a fence and not a person. Okay, yeah. So for kicks, as long as you're not spinning, is not good. if you're just, you know, standing in place, let's see. And also, side kicks are my best kick. Yeah, standing in place is pretty good. When you're doing pivots and spins, that's not quite as good. This grass is kind of bumpy, and I am feeling every single one of those bumps. I am sneaking into the ground pretty bad. That's not great. I'm a bit worried about running and doing a roll. Yeah, I am. This is not good. So yeah, the wheels are fine when you're on hard ground. When you're on soft ground, maybe not good. Oh boy, I'm about to eat dirt. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. I felt like I was going to fall over the entire time. That was not good. Oh my god. Yeah, these are, don't go hiking in 3-inch heels. You're going to get hurt. Oh my god, I'm so scared about doing this roll. I am in quicksand right now. This is bad. Ignore everything I said earlier. 3-inch heels are not good. I mean, if you're on like concrete and walking around, it's fine. But when you get to not that, it's worse. Okay. Oh! Yeah, that did not go well, as I expected. Oh my god. I am covered in mud now. And I'm going to be for the rest of this video, so that's great. So yeah, don't have your characters wear heels during a fight if you don't want them to look a fool, because they will look like a fool. They will look so stupid, like I just did. I know there's this woman I've seen online doing videos of where she's doing like handsprings in the shoe store in like 4-inch heels. That's great. I'm so good for you. Yeah, try doing that in grass or when you're a klutz like me. Starting in on the everyday normal shoes. Yeah, these are just lace-up ankle boots. They have a little bit of a heel. I also have insoles in. But these are the shoes I wear every day when I'm walking. I don't have a car, so I walk everywhere. They're comfortable. I do. The other place where I live, there's a lot of like old tiny brick. They can get very slippery when they're wet. I've gotten better at it, but for a while I was regularly just like. I'm also with my backpack. I'm very top heavy because my backpack is very heavy. I love my computer. It's heavy. And I've got my 2 water bottles. I'm very top heavy. I like having all of my things with me. But yeah, generally these shoes are really good. I really like them. Yeah, leather ankle boots. I feel like this is a lot of the time what the cool female protagonists are wearing. I need like a jacket and some like slightly scuffed pants instead of this. Yeah, these are my like go-to winter shoes. So I'm probably wearing flannel dress, tights, and like 4 sweaters. So maybe not the exact probably look that people would associate with these shoes. They need to be waxed. I know, it's on my to-do list. I just haven't gotten to it. It's gonna happen, I promise. Yeah, yep, I feel 30. I can't, because these are very hard soled shoes, I can't really move my toes around at all, so feels weird not being able to like, because I come, every other sport I've done before I did martial arts, you want to point your toe. So that I'm kicking, I'm thinking, okay, pull your toes back, pull your toes back, pull your toes back, flex your foot. And I can't really do that very, I mean, I can like articulate my ankle a little bit, but that's it, which is why I love wearing boots every day. I have terrible ankles. I like having my ankles supported. These are laced very tight. So yeah, I can articulate my ankles a little bit, but I can't really move my foot and like my toes at all. So yeah, let's go fight my nemesis, pole. Probably gonna miss this most of the time. I'm working on my kicks. I know. Oh my god. Let's try that again. Yeah, these are good shoes. I like them. They're real leather, so they have like a little bit to my foot, and they're lace up, so that's also where like basically, I mean, they're not custom fit to my foot, but because they are leather and lace up, they basically are. I've also had them for over a year, so they are very broken in. Yeah, these are good shoes. I like them. So I've moved on to the brass now, and yep, still feeling great. And I can feel the sink. I'm definitely sinking a little bit, but I feel very stable. These shoes have they do have a little bit of a heel. These aren't flat shoes, but look how wide. It's a very big, fat heel. I'm very stable. My toes, my toes, my feet feel very protected. I don't have to worry about stubbing my toe in these shoes. They're not obviously like steel-toed shoes or anything, but I feel very protected in them. Yeah, these shoes are nice. I'm gonna do a little running now. Yep, I mean, the ground is very soggy, so I did feel a little bit of a sink, but I was very stable in them. Let's do a roll. I'm a bit worried because these shoes are very heavy and funky about kicking myself in the face, but we'll see what happens. Oh! Yeah, ignore my loud grunt. I might have yeeted myself a little too hard on that one. Yeah, these shoes are good. I wear them every day for a reason. Now, one thing with these shoes is because they're lace up, they take forever to take on and off. I have to be sitting down. It's like those, they are very inaccurate. Those corset scenes in movies are like, and it's like a whole thing. Which I could also pull like a video to that. That's not how corsets work. You know, I'm not going to get into the whole. If you want, I could do another video about costumes and corsetry and. Okay, I'm going to say my quick thing. Corsets aren't bad. I one time sang an entire Christmas Eve service in the choir in 18th century stays, and it was fine. One thing I think like people don't talk about a lot is like, oh my gosh, corsets, they make you out of breath. There were opera singers. There have been opera singers for hundreds of years, and they all wore corsetry, and they were in formal gowns, so they were in like the good corsets, and they sang opera, which requires so much breath support. Oh my god. So yeah, corsets, it's like a 2-in-1 weightlifting belt push-up bra. They're not, people wouldn't have worn them for hundreds of years if they were bad. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I've said my piece. Yeah, I'll link some more videos about it in the description. Yeah, you get homework with this video. You're welcome. So these are actually very new shoes. I've only had them for a couple of days. These are my warm weather everyday shoes. Before these, I had like these. I mean, they were like Target. I got them at Target. Where they're like these Vans, kind of slide on, slide off, flat. They weren't ballet flats, but they were, you know, canvas slip-ons. And they fell apart, so I got these. These are also, I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure they're real leather. They look like real leather. But also, if anyone gets in my comments about, oh, leather, animal cruelty, it's better than plastic. Okay, that's the whole vegan leather thing really ticks me off, because there's no such thing as vegan leather. It's just plastic. And it's gonna invest in quality, well-made things and use them for 20 years. It's so much less wasteful. It's so much better for the environment. So yeah, these are like 2-inch Mary Janes. Notice the strap. If they didn't have a strap, these shoes would be falling off. So give your character shoes that won't fall off. I hate it. Like the heels I wore earlier, those ties are so annoying because I have to retie them like every hour, and it's okay. So yeah, they have a bit of a platform, bit of a heel, but the heel is very, very big. It's huge, so I feel very sturdy. I am lifted up, lifted forwards a little bit, but it's really not that bad. Yeah, they're comfortable at my ankles. I don't know, it's like I'm wobbly, but then at the same time I'm not. It's like I should be wobbly, but because of the height of where I'm lifted, it's like the muscles that go right here are like tightened, so they're keeping me from becoming wobbly, if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, let's do some hips. My balance isn't quite as good when I'm up on that one foot. I am sliding around a little bit more. I am like going up on my toes, which I've been told not to do because it messes with your balance. Oh my god! Okay, yeah. My balance definitely isn't as good. But, I mean, as long as you're, again, I think sort of like with the other heels, as long as you're not doing crazy spins, it's not that bad. Let's go very tall in these shoes, which I do like. Oh my god. That's not a great omen for when I go on the grass. There's a little patch of mud, and I slipped into it, and like, my calf muscle did not want that. Yeah, with the heels, there's that big gap between my toe and the like heel box, and so I'm worried that if I were to try to actually kick someone, I wouldn't miss, but I just hit them with that gap. I don't know. Let's try. I don't know. I like these shoes. The insides, it's like the top of the shoe is padded, so they look like they're supposed to be uncomfortable, but they're really not. It's so weird. These shoes, they look like they should be so much more uncomfortable and so much more impractical, but they're very well designed, so they really aren't. Oh, you're out on the grass. I feel very sturdy. I You get very well designed shoes. Yeah, they're right here. They're not flat. They have a slant. So I'm not all of my weight is going on the very sort of tail end of the heel. It's more centered over the center of my foot, which is what you see with a lot of historical shoes, like pre-1950s shoes. Because that's when, also, another historical tidbit, high-heeled shoes didn't exist until the 50s because the technology wasn't there. In the 50s, the steel rods and heels were invented, so you couldn't get heels that were more than an inch or two tall. Oh, I'm getting tired. So with the running, my weight is, with the heels, my weight is very shifty forward, and then also because I'm running, I'm putting my weight on my toes. So I can feel the ball of my foot sinking in quite a bit. But yeah, otherwise still very sturdy. I think these are just very well designed shoes, but I think the big difference between these heels and the other heels is if you look at the base of the shoes, they're so much bigger and also a lot less pointy, even though the actual heel on these isn't a whole lot taller. The heel size on these shoes is so much bigger, and I think that might be what makes the big difference. Honestly, it's not necessarily heel. I mean, heel height does matter, but it's like the girth of the shoe. Yeah, spinning on these was not great. I will also say that. I think that might be the big thing with the heel height, is I can't really pivot a lot. I'm nervous. Oh my god. Okay. I am starting to slip around in these a little bit more now. So that's not great. Getting up from like kneeling and stuff is kind of hard. Just if you're doing anything other than like walking or like a light jog, is a little hard in these, especially on the grass. I'd give these. Okay, let's see, the boots. The next shoes that I would have done are my sneakers. Alas, I don't have them with me. They are again 100 miles away with all of my weapons. So I will film those later and edit them in. So ta-da! They're here. So I'm gonna try on my warm weather athletic shoes. So I'm gonna do this really quick. I'm filming this over like a week and a half later. I'm back at school from spring break. And yeah, this is I guess, for my last pair of shoes. It's my sneaks. I actually really don't like sneakers. The chunkier the worse. I have bad ankles, and sneakers that just makes the problem worse, in my opinion. I don't wear these very often. I just needed a pair of sneakers. You kind of need one to be a member of society. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing as much rolling around and running because it's really muddy, and I just washed my hair and I don't feel like doing that again because I am taller than my shower, so washing my hair is a pain. And also I'm extra wheezy right now, so I'm trying to not do things that will make it worse. So I am on keep it chill rest right now. So yeah, I mean, it's sneakers. Other than just my personal qualm of the lack of ankle support, I mean, I've got really good traction. You can see the bottoms. Also, if any of you clock my shoes as being really expensive, A, I don't have very many shoes. I buy expensive shoes and use them forever. And B, all of them I got on sale. I either got them at like an overstock store or clearance section. So yeah, I believe in quality products, but also not spending a lot of money. Sorry, I'm on a hiking trail and there's a bunch of cars going by. And I think I found a spot where I'm kind of hard to see, but I'm also wearing a bright red jacket, so. I mean, they're sneakers. They're made for you to move in them. Oh gosh, again, I'm working on my kicks. I know they're bad. Okay, so these are actually shoes I wore to walk here, which should probably tell you what I think about them. So these are just like all-terrain athletic sandals. I've had them forever and ever and ever. These are what I wear when I go touristing and I'm on my feet walking around in the hot sun all day. I love these shoes. Again, I've had them forever and ever and ever, and the only thing I've ever had to do is our foster dog, when we had a foster dog, she got them and chewed on them and the toggle broke and I had to replace that. But other than that, I haven't had to do any work on these shoes. Yeah, they're great. I love them. They're fun. I get compliments. I'm quirky like that. I have rainbow sandals. Okay, we're in the final stretch. Okay, these shoes are a bit old. Well, they're very old. So the grip has kind of worn away. So again, with these, pivoting is kind of hard. Yeah, when I spin. I think that might be more of just a grip thing. I think that's another thing I noticed is with the heels, a lot of them don't have very good grips on the bottom of your shoes. So when you're doing pivots and spins and runs, you're very slippy. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to do dramatic poses because like our starting pose is this. Like I could. Nobody does this. It's just, I mean, it's like maybe this. A lot of times it's just. Oh my god. I'm so bad at length guessing my kicks. That is clearly something I really need to work on. It's just, yeah, kind of hard to practice in your backyard. Do I want to do it? Yeah, because these have a softer sole, my feet are a lot more flexible. I can articulate my feet a lot more. Yeah, these shoes are good. Other than them being old and kind of worn down, so they don't have a ton of grip left. They're great. Yep. So yeah, that's all of my everyday shoes. I have some specialty shoes I've pulled out. I'm not going to do like the full test that I've done with all of these. I'm just going to sort of show you, I don't know, some extra special opinions on things. So I'm going to, okay, I know which one I'm going to start with. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, starting off the specialty shoes with a bang. For those of you who don't know, these are ski boots. Yes, they are hard plastic. Yes, they are very hard to get on. My ass is covered in mud now. But yeah, I thought obviously your character is probably not going to get into a lot of physical altercation whilst in ski boots. But I thought they were kind of similar to how a lot of like sci-fi armor, if you've got like rocket boots or something. So I thought, yeah, this would be kind of cool, kind of the closest thing in real life. So with ski boots, their kind of main purpose is to keep you from torquing your ankle. So when you're skiing, you can tell I've taught ski lessons before, you want all your weight on your toes, knees bent, arms out like this. So with ski boots, you can't really lean backwards at all, and you can't really, you don't really have any ankle mobility at all. So also with ski boots, there's a show documentary now, and there's this episode where it's all about this woman, this artist's crappy boyfriend, and she's doing this performance art piece where she walked up a bunch of stairs in ski boots, and he walked down a bunch of stairs in ski boots. Walking downstairs in ski boots is actually way harder than walking upstairs in ski boots, just because of you can't point your toe at all. You just kind of stomp, so it's really easy to slip over when you're walking downstairs. So these shoes are very heavy, as you can probably hear with me stomping. I mean, obviously if they were rocket boots, that wouldn't be quite as much of a problem. But yeah, I don't have any mobility at all. Everything is in my knees. I can do that. I think that's how it's done. I've never been a Michael Jackson person, but I can't really do anything with these on. And I mean, yeah, if they were rocket boots, that might be a different story. But yeah, I'm 100% not going to do a roll in these. My nose is, fun fact, my nose is worth $40,000. And I will not be risking it to do a roll in these boots. I can't even, watch me try to do a front kick. It's bad. Yeah, don't get into fights if you're wearing ski boots. I mean, one advantage is I do have these giant plastic things on my feet, so if I were to actually hit someone, it would not be a good time for them. Actually, let's demonstrate with pole. Yeah, I mean, you can see how I'm walking. This is not a good walk. Yeah, my calves are already burning. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, I did not miss this. Walking these is a nightmare. So yeah, be careful when you're designing your sci-fi rocket boots. Take into account, can you walk around in these without getting an excruciating calf workout? Also, actually, wait. I have my Victorian quadriceps, also my vampire glasses. Fit check. What you think? Am I gorgeous or what? Is this the hot news summer wardrobe? These are gillies, which are Irish step dancing soft shoes. They're a bit, I haven't done Irish step dancing in about 10 years, so these are a bit small on me. But they still fit. They're very lacy. You know, they have a lot of laces, so they're pretty adjustable. thing that's with dance shoes is generally they're don't have a character fight in dance shoes. I mean, please. A, dance shoes are expensive, and B, they are very fragile. There's a reason why you don't wear your dance shoes outside, and you don't wear outside shoes on dance floors. That's why I've moved into a little dugout announcer box, is because they're very fragile. I mean, obviously I can do kicks in them, because they're dance shoes. So they're made, honestly, these ones are kind of similar to like mat shoes. Have you ever seen a lot of European martial arts schools, you wear shoes when you're on the mat instead of being barefoot. I've never worn them, but these look kind of similar to those. But I mean, yeah, I probably would not, I mean, if I were in my dance studio and it was invaded by enemies, I would be fine, but I also, if I was going to, go vigilanteing for the night, I would not choose these at all. Again, dance shoes are expensive. Don't wear them outside of your dance studio. They're expensive. The only reason I'm doing this is because the Irish step dancing community is extremely competitive and toxic, and I quit a long time ago, even though I really loved it. And I'm probably not going to start doing it again because it was not a good experience. So yeah. Okay, so I'm very excited because I have very purposefully saved the best for last. These are my step dancing heart shoes. So while they do get like a -10 on stealth, they're so much fun. They're so loud. Let's see. Oh god, no. Okay. Yeah, these are. Okay, so they're basically like Oxford shoes, but with a block of wood nailed. Literally like metal. You can see the nails, like metal nailed into the toe and the heel. So the thing is with these shoes is your foot is kind of bent like this, so they can get a little uncomfortable after a while, but oh my gosh, they're so much fun. And I mean, obviously again, they're dance shoes, so I can, ooh, they're a little slippery, but kind of in a good way. I mean, also, because again, they're dance shoes, I could put some rosin on them and that would fix it. But oh my gosh, these shoes are so much fun. Again, I am not going to do a roll in these because I value my nose and these would break it so fast. I mean, yeah, you can see I scuffed the paint. These shoes would break someone's fingers. They are solid wood. In conclusion, based off of my big research, honestly, like high top Vans type of shoes might be the best. Like high top Vans, ankle boots, that kind of thing, where there isn't a very thick, chunky sole, but also your ankle. Either those or like very minimal shoes. But generally, you want toes covered, not too big of a heel, but also if there is a heel, have it be girthy and thick. And also you want your shoe to have good texture so you're not slipping and sliding everywhere and you're able to keep your balance easier. Oh yeah, and if you're gonna give your character walker boots or like really big chunky sci-fi boots, think about their ankle mobility. So yeah, I mean, you want to think when you're, and also don't have your character wearing dance shoes. Just don't. I'm looking at you, Spider-Gwen. Stop ruining your ballet shoes. I don't remember if they're pointe shoes. They've got like satin ribbons. Those are fancy. But yeah, I mean, when you're picking shoes for your character, think, Are their feet protected? Do they have good grippies? Do they have a stable base to balance on? Are they gonna be able to articulate their feet well? Yeah. Yeah. None of the shoes were terrible, I have to say. I think the worst ones were the heels, just because they didn't. And I have chunky heels, so I can't even imagine doing that in pointy heels. But it was just, yeah, the narrow base and the lack of traction made it really hard to do stuff. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see me doing this in more in non-shoe costumey things. I don't have any hoop petticoats, but I do have a lot of big fluffy dresses. So yeah, and a medium amount of corsetry. I'm working on expanding my corsetry collection, but they're hard to make, guys. So yeah, if you have any other ideas that you want to see, someone who has passions for costumes, historical fashion, martial arts, that kind of thing, let me know. I have several other much bigger projects in the works that will be coming out eventually. We'll see. We'll see how long they take. I do have a job. It does pay minimum wage. And I am also a full-time student, so we are a bit tight on funding and time resources, but I'm doing my best, so be patient with me. Yeah, I will stop rambling. Say bye-bye. I'd also recommend checking out Jill Bullock's videos. She has so many like this. But thanks for watching. I think the school is let out, so there are kids everywhere, so I'm gonna leave. Hello. So yeah, there've been a family of ducks and crows in the background. It's like right now it's 3 crows, 2 ducks, and it looks like there's some robins off in the corner. But if you want to name them, please leave some names in the comments. I would love that. Let's see. There's one duck. There's the other duck. There's the crows. And there's some, oh, are they still there? They might have left. There's some little like robin type birds. Way over there.